welcome back to Phase 1 from, as always, where the hair may be fake, but the reviews are real. Now, today's video is a little bit of something different. I've taken inspiration from Wallcome's video on this and a bunch of other people's video, made back in like 2019, 2020. But there's a bunch of stuff that has happened recently with Hasbro, what they've been doing in Nerf and all that, and I thought we should go over it. Alright, so it's going to be a long video, slower cadence, and if you want to multi-tap, go on ahead. I don't care. It's going to be more of me just talking about what needs to change and what they need to fix. So, it's been a rough couple years now, Nerf. It's been rough in general. Elite 2.0 didn't go well, did it? Everyone could have told you that. We had hope for Elite 2.0, I think. At least some of us did. Elite 2.0, originally what I was hoping for was reskin blasters like the Raven, the Strife, the Rough Cut, but actually good, not glued and clipped together so you invalidate my right to repair. That is not okay. Ignoring the modding community, and we'll get to us, believe me, we will get to us. You have invalidated a right for us to repair anything if it breaks. And believe me, they will break, okay? They will break a lot. I know I'm getting mad about it. I know I'm a little salty here, but it's for a good reason. For starters, I bought 2 wardens for review. One in case it broke, and the other one just for comparison in general. Both broke. I never published the review because it was so bad. It was just me mainly cussing at the thing because I was so pissed off about it. I tried to fix it too. I couldn't fix either of them. Because there was glue and clips holding the thing together. There was like 5 screws in the fucking thing. It's like, do you have a problem with us modding? Do you have a problem with us repairing something that breaks when it shouldn't break? Hasbro, come on. We are here to help you as a community. We want you to succeed. We don't want you to fail, and we want to help you make better products. Let me give you an example here. Ignore what's missing on it. It is partially modded. This is the Icon series on shot. Wow. Great. First off, awesome that you brought it back. If you want to know what sucked, unlike the original on shot, you got 1 magazine with it. Yeah, that's what I want, 1 magazine. You gotta stop doing that. If I get a blaster, I want 2 mags. Give me 2. 2 mags is not a hard ask. I'm not asking for that much. On top of that, in the plunger tube here, they shrunk it, which in theory probably cost them more to make that mold to shrink it than it did to just use the old molds. Now, I'm not an expert on manufacturing, so take that with a grain of salt. But you tore out the heart of the long shot. And what felt like a really cool opportunity to have one that was like back in the day, you blew it, guys. Come on. Like, it's really hard to support you when you keep doing stupid stuff. I get it. I mean, heck, you can't even like that Nerf logo? Well, guess what? You don't get it on the side. It's right there. It's emblazed and protruding on the plastic, but you don't get paint on both sides. Come on. This is $60, brand new. That's why I paid for it. $60. This is Hasbro. My best advice to you is, first off, publicly own up to Elite 2.0. Own up to the mistakes you have made in the past and try to fix them. Because I have lost faith in you as a company, and I want to try to keep as much faith in you as I can, as much hope in as I can with you. But when you make it really hard to go and support you when you make certain choices that hurts our community in general. Not ignoring the modders, and we will get to modding, but ignoring the modders, the people who buy a blaster that's Elite 2.0 or a blaster that isn't the same as they once remembered it, and they want to take it apart and fix a problem that they have if it breaks, it's not okay. That's violating someone's right to repair. It's really hard to understand why you guys made those choices. I get why you did it. Probably just because you want to make it cheaper, make it worse, make it whatever. But like heck, look at your past. Look at things like the Strife, the Raven, the Rapid Strike. Look at the Modules line, the Elite line. Look at those lines and see what people liked. Because I can promise you, the Strife, the Raven, the Rapid Strike, heck, the Strong Arm Disruptor, those sold really well. And I don't have to know the numbers to know that. I can promise you. Because I've seen it. So believe me when I say I know they sold well, because even if you go and look at the numbers, you'll be like, oh wow, those did really well. Because they did, and people liked them. Now you have stuff like the Phoenix, the Warden. Those two blasters I hate. The Turbine I've used before. I don't own one personally, but I've used one, and I like the idea of it, except for the fact that it's glued together. It's glued together. That's the only issue. We've had the mag release, because you want to bump your firing finger in there. Let me give you an example, Asbro. This is a AccuTrooper AccuStock, or AccuTrooper stock, whatever you want to call it. Looks very familiar, right? Like the old Lightning Storm stock. You want to know why they probably put this out? Because Worker was eating their lunch in terms of selling a stock, which, by the way, is much better than this, because this isn't even rounded. Nope, who wants to put your face up against it and have a fucking giant mark on your face? That's great. And it's not bad, but it's like, you put it out as a reaction to them making more money, where it's a Chinese ripoff and they're making money off of a design similar to yours. Let's move into something a little bit more controversial, which wasn't really controversial. It's just Hasbro taking a big L. Dart Zone Pro. Your immediate reaction to that is to put out garbage like Ultra. Your reaction is Ultra, and it sucks. The blasters, proprietary ammo, proprietary magazines. You have locks in the blasters to stop us from using off-brand darts. Let's move on to darts, because that popped up. Darts. Okay, so you have your darts. You have darts. You have a piece of is what you have for darts. I went out yesterday or Monday. I picked up these. These are Adventure Force waffles. I've never seen a tighter grouping with darts, because all I've used is knockoff FVJs and just normal Elite darts. These are good. These are good darts. Go and buy these. Do not buy Elite darts. Do not buy any darts like that. Hasbro in general. Ignore them. I'm done with their crap. I mean, heck, Hasbro, look at your past, please. AccuStrike, you guys did good with that. You put out a good ammo like this, but you took it off the market. Where'd it go? It just disappeared? You have reasons. Sure, but at least explain them to us so we can understand what's been going on with you. I'm not an unreasonable person. I understand why you glue and shut and clip your blasters together. I understand why you have locks in your blasters. I understand it because everyone else is beating her butt in shelf space on the Nerf section. I wonder why. Because you don't listen. You don't care about what the community has to think. And I think that sucks because we want to see you succeed. I'll give you another example. I mentioned the rap strike earlier. Part of the reason people liked it is to mod it. And part of the reason people liked it was the 18 round straight mags that were clear. Because they were tactical as. So, why ask you this, Hasbro? Why won't you just sell them separate? Sell mags separate. You'll sell like the transparent, not transparent, the orange, half opaque, half whatever mags. You'll sell like flip mags and whatnot from the Modros line, but people would buy the crap out of the clear 18 round stick mag again. Because it's so hard to find them now, or at least in my experience, I can't find them. Unless I have to go buy a Rapid Strike off some scalper who's raised the price up because of what it is, or some other reason. The Strowhawk was a reskin of a Rapid Strike. Without the clear mag, came with a barrel extension, came with a scope, and then came with a 25 round drum. That's fine. But sell your mags separate. The 50 round Titan mag, I know a bunch of people would buy because they want to have a giant magazine and have a bunch of them and just mess around and have a good time. I mean, like this is money sitting on the table for you guys. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Okay. Now, it's like the you're probably like, go get off-brand magazines. I don't personally know enough about off-brand companies to feel comfortable buying their magazines. I don't really want to go buy China ripoffs because I know the Nerf mags do really well, and it's money. It is money. Let's go back to let's move on. Let's move on. Look at what people are doing with their blasters. You don't have to acknowledge it. You don't have to comment on it. You just look, see what happened, see what they've done, see what they've integrated. The Straven, that's a great example. Why couldn't you put one of those in the Elite line with an injection molded Raven and Strife shell combined? You could, but you choose not to because you don't want to listen to us as a community. And I think that's an unfair thing for us to ask for. Like, if you want us to give you some feedback, let us give you feedback, but take it and use it. Use the feedback we are giving so that way you can understand why we said this about this, why we said the mag release was bad in the turbine and not use that same mag release in another version of it, or like how the mag release in the Echo was bad and it was too loose or whatever. And then you took that, you put in the turbine, made it harder, and it was not enjoyable. It was not enjoyable at all. And it sucks because I enjoy this brand. I enjoy nerfing. That's our entire hobby is based around that name. My best advice to you is shut down Elite 2.0. It's dead. You have proven you don't listen to us. Let's get to the modding community now. Moving on to that, I'm assuming, due to lawyers, you are legally not allowed to acknowledge I exist, Welcome exist, Captain Xavier, Coop, Drac, Brett, anyone who mods your blasters. You will send samples to them for review, but you will not acknowledge what they've done. I think it's harder for it's harder for you to take criticism because the average person who just buys a blaster most likely doesn't open it. People in the modding community have opened it and see if if it breaks or something that you put in there that doesn't work right, or God forbid you glue the blaster shut and we can't help give you criticism about what happened, then it's hard for us to give you information to help you. We want to help you as a community. We want to help you, but you won't let us. Why? Because you can't acknowledge what we do. I was in Discord and I joined the Captain Xavier Discord, the auxiliary, and I started chatting with some other people about this. And they pretty much agreed with what I was saying in terms of ignoring us and ignoring, but understanding why you ignore us. In terms of that, again, I understand why you do it. But if you send someone a blaster or something like that for a review, ask them, hey, was there any issues? Did it break? Did something bad happen? Was there like a major malfunction? And then go in and see if there was a reason for that blaster's internals breaking or reason that happened. It's just a simple question. And I know one day that maybe you'll listen to the community or acknowledge we exist. And who knows? In terms of what you're doing right, a while back in 2019, Hasbro was putting out on their packaging #1 blaster brand and only use the first official Nerf darts, which that stopped. At least what I've seen, that has stopped. So I'll give you a good on that. Now, if I see that again, I'm gonna lose my because that's ridiculous. Stop, like it. A lot of the things that have happened, it's really hard to find positives in this. It really is, and when are you gonna learn? We're on Dark Zone side at this point. You have lost a lot of faith and a lot of trust to the point where we're going to start shunning you. And this has been happening since like 2018, 2019. I've started shunning you because I don't have a reason to go out and buy a Nerf blaster unless it's an older one, like from Elite or Raven, the Strife, or whatever, because you don't want to listen to us as a community. And one day you'll learn. And in terms of you being taken over by Dark Zone, I don't think it's gonna happen. But in terms of a bunch of people shunning you and losing interest in your brand to go promote Dart Zone because they actually make blasters that they care about and blasters that hit marks that we want in our community, it's only a matter of time before your stocks drop so low that you either get taken over or go out of business, before you get bankrupt, before something bad happens and you are caused to shut down. Do I ever think that will happen? Probably not, just because of how big they are. But they'll learn. That's my hope. They'll learn. It's really that simple. And I know this was probably a little bit of a longer video than I usually make, but I think a lot of this has needed to be said. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Because as always, the hair might be fake, but the reviews are real.